Hey everybody, and happy Yee Halloween! So if you haven't guessed already, the reason why I'm wearing this cowboy hat is because Halloween is coming. There might be many beautiful ways in which you'll celebrate this holiday. Perhaps you'll give out candy to children. Perhaps you'll meet with an old lover. But I'd like you to know that there's another, much more important reason why this is a day worthy of celebration. And that's because I just hit 100,000 subscribers. Yeehaw! So, I just thought I should say, I am totally floored by that number. Like, when I started this channel, 1 year and 3 months ago, I never even imagined that I would hit this number, honestly. I was really skeptical that I ever would. And it's very meaningful to me that I get to do this, and I'm very thankful that you've given me this opportunity. So, I thought I'd celebrate this spooky day with a little Halloween Q&A. So that's what we're about to experience together as I take off the cowboy hat and reveal that I have a scalp. Alright. Let's just get into it. Why are we even concerned about pretenses here? You wanted your hot questions answered, and I'm here to answer those hot questions. Let's get this party started. I'm looking at the whenever I look down, I'm looking at my phone. I'm looking at your questions. Let's start with this one. Head Full of Empty asks, what's a video you want to do but feel like you can't, and why that is? Also, favorite flavor of crisps? Honestly, I've always wanted to make a series of videos about various Supreme Court cases that I just personally think are really interesting. And I'm just nervous that there's no audience for that kind of content. I don't know how much Supreme Court discourse you guys are interested in. But, if that's the kind of content that you think you're interested in, leave a spicy comment. Leave a like. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, If that's what you want. If that's what you want, do those things. Alright, moving on to the next question. This one's kind of similar, so I'll answer it right now. The Ghoul Cosmonaut asks, any more video ideas that you've scrapped or haven't gotten around to making yet? I mean, I have 7 months of videos planned. You're never getting rid of me. Sometimes I can't sleep because I'm worried that I'll run out of hot takes. So I force myself to write down 10 new video ideas, and then I can rest my weary head. The point is, I have many scrapped video ideas and many in the works. So that's your answer. The next question awaits. Oliver asks, what's your opinion on film criticism that assigns values to movies? Or, more specifically, do you think we should rate films with scores? This is a kind of hard question for me to answer, because on one hand, I don't take a lot of interest personally in rating films with scores, but on the other hand, I don't think there's actually any kind of problem with giving films scores or just simply appraising them for quality in your reviews. I mean, movies are just things, right? It's just a garden hose that produces images. It's not just a garden hose that produces images. It's more complicated than that. But the point stands. Movies are objects, and you get to do with objects what you want because they're not people. If you want to assign that object a score from 1 to 10, that's your prerogative. There's nothing wrong with it morally. It's a fine thing to do with your time, and a lot of people take a lot of interest in it. So, keep on keeping on. Give movies scores. 10 out of 10. That's what I give movies. That's what I give all movies, a 10 out of 10. Love a movie. Moving on to a next question. Slurp, 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 slurp up some wine. Slurp up some wine. That's a good song, right? Elliot, Scary Version, asks, what are you dressing up for Halloween? Yeehaw! I'm a cowboy. I mean, I'm not doing anything for Halloween. But I will be a cowboy. Next question, please. Moving on, because that one got tired fast. How to Watch Movies asks, what's your favorite Frank Ocean song? So I'll be honest with you, I've only ever listened to Channel Orange, but I've listened to it mondo times. I could give you a bunch of cool answers, like, you know, Crack Rock or Pyramids or whatever, but honestly, I think the best song on that album, it is Thinking About You, you know, the standalone hit. It's amazing, that song. I love it so much. It just, every time I hear it, it puts a big old dumb smile on my face. A tornado blew around the room before you came. Excuse the mess it made. It usually doesn't rain in Southern Cal. I'm just gonna sing this as I look for my next question. California, much like Arizona, my eyes don't shed tears, but boy they bawl when I'm thinking about you. Oh no, 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 I've been thinking about you. Oh no, 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 I've been thinking about you. Do you think about me still? Do ya, do ya, or do you not think so far ahead? 'Cause I've been thinking about forever. Uncle Lion asks, what are your favorite / least favorite trends in the video essay realm of YouTube? And how do you see yourself taking on / distancing yourself from those things? I think that my least favorite thing about the current YouTube video essay medium is the assertion of a set of very normative statements about what makes films good and how we ought to engage with films that fundamentally takes away from our agency as an audience in our moment of interpretation with those films. I think to constantly refer back to the craft of cinema and to talk about movies in terms of that craft removes our ability to authentically engage with the thing at hand. So I guess the only way that I really try to distance myself from that is to focus my channel almost exclusively on just how intricate cinema is. How many things are going into it. How many people say things over a course of a movie and what we can take from those things, you know? Although I have no problem with people talking about craft, I don't personally like to do it. And I guess that comes through in my little boy channel. Sorry if that made no sense. Sorry if I'm a child. Let's move on to another question. Shiv Saxena writes, are you hesitant to release more political content because you'll be pigeonholed into the side of YouTube that you clearly spend a lot of time watching? No, that's not why I don't release more political content. I honestly just release whatever I'm interested in releasing. I think that if I only release political content all the time, I probably would have more subscribers sooner than I do now. But at the same time, I do genuinely take a lot of interest in the non-political things I talk about. And I wouldn't want to get rid of that aspect of my channel. I think it's super fun that I get to talk about whatever I want, and it's one of the weirdest freedoms that I personally have in this channel. Like, I could talk about basically anything, and it would be on brand for my channel, and I think that's just so cool and fun. So no, I don't do it to not be pigeonholed. I talk about non-political subjects because that's what I like. That's what I like. Moving on. Anxious Sober K asks, you've mentioned you've watched Shane Dawson's Jake Paul series twice. What are your thoughts on it? You think you're gonna get my thoughts on that so easy? You think you're not gonna have to wait for my little zesty little video on that subject? You think I don't have 30 minutes of content to say about Jake Paul and Shane Dawson? You're wrong. You're dead wrong. It'll come out in the next 2 weeks. See you there. Moving on. That was an easy one. Everybody saying that you want more questions answered. I'll answer them in good time. Okay, one last one on Twitter, and then we'll go on to Curious Cat to end this buddy out. HRGK writes, when did you decide to start using a camera rather than just a mic? Well, it started with PragerU. There wasn't enough usable footage without massive amounts of text on it to only use footage, so I basically had to use my face. And then that video did, like, really well, probably not because of my face, but because of other things. But I decided to continue using my face anyway in Shark Tale, and then that video did really well. So now I'm afraid that if I stop using my face, nobody will watch my videos anymore. Which is a lot, you know? Because I hate when people insult my face. Moving on to some other questions. This is from Curious Cat. Anonymous asks, do a poem for us, Big Joel. Okay. I'll do this poem about Halloween. Do you feel the wind shake the leaves? Do you feel it in your body? Do you feel it in your knees? Every single day, death comes for us in different ways. There is no escaping our demise, and it will always be a surprise. But on this day, we say, come in, take a seat, eat some meat. Trick or treat. We'll find you something good to eat. That was my poem called Halloween. This is a fun question to end things on. Anonymous asks, what do you hope to accomplish with your work? Do you feel you have something to say? Do you hope to change minds? Is it just for fun? I don't have one big monolithic agenda that I'm trying to convince anybody of. I do want people to enjoy films more and enjoy them on their own terms. This might sound repetitive because it is, but if there's one thing that I want to accomplish with my channel, it's that I want people to realize that in their interactions with film and any text, they have agency. And in every interaction we have with the text, that's a new opportunity to be creative and have fun and get new things out of it. I don't mean by that all interpretations of texts are equally correct. I don't think that's true. What I mean is that there's a lot of different interpretations of any given text that might exist that are true and that we can access if we just want to. I just want people to feel good about their time with media and not feel like they're being caged in by somebody telling them what to do. And the last thing I've ever wanted was to tell people what to do. I don't want to do that. So that's, I guess, the broadest possible way to describe what I want to do with my channel. So with that last question, that's the Q&A. 100,000 subscribers. You know, I don't think that anybody earns this amount of attention. I don't think that anybody deserves having 100,000 people watching them. I think that I've been given this by you, and that's awesome, and I don't take it lightly. So, cool. Thanks, and bye. Thinking about you. What if that was how the song ended? Just thinking about you. Thinking about you. Bow, bow, boom. That's the end.